Hey everyone, this is Sanella, and I wanted to show y'all a little clip of something that it's a movie that I saw yesterday. I think it came out in 2008 or 2009. So let me just get it in place and show y'all some clips of that movie.
They want those beds filled and emptied. They don't want women hanging around in the labor room.
Technology is technology. It's not stopping. So if you're going to have good stuff, you might as well use it to get the best outcome.
Maternity care in the United States is in crisis.
People don't have the information. Medical decisions are being made for monetary and legal reasons, not because they're good for the mother and the baby.
This is Pitocin, which is the medication given through the IV that causes contractions.
Just check that she's on PIT. Just make sure that she's on PIT. I asked to keep upping the PIT, and if you're uncomfortable, we can always give you more.
Is this an improvement, or are we making things worse? How often do you get to see a fully natural birth? Barely.
Almost never. Everywhere else done is convince the vast majority of women that they don't know how to birth. If I could do that, I could do anything. To me, that's the power of birthing, and that is what we are taking away from women.
Stop, Duke.
It wasn't an illness. It wasn't something that needed to be numbed. It needed to be experienced.
It was the most adventurous day I've ever had in my life.
I don't even have a living diaper. I don't even have bassinet.
I have to get there. I could not have another traction cab.
Switch on a light switch, and you go to the moon.
This is what I was after. This is what I wanted for my child.
Nothing comes.
Now, doesn't that sound like something that you would want when you're giving birth? I saw the video last night. Basically, it's called The Business of Being Born. And basically, it's just talking about the history of women giving birth and where we're at now. And it's really not a place where that's healthy for both mom and baby. And that's what the OBGYNs are telling us that it is, and this is the best for our baby. And some of the doctors that talked in the one of the doctors says, with all the technology that we have, something best for the baby. And I'm thinking to myself, babies really don't care. They really don't care if they're, being treated by the best OBGYNs or being delivered via C-section because that's the best for the mother and the baby. I don't get it. My husband didn't want to see the movie with me. He really doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care, but as long as I'm happy and as long as the baby is healthy, he's fine with whatever I want to do. He gets it. He knows that I wanna hold my baby after I give birth because I wasn't able to with either of my first two babies, which were both C-sections. My first OBGYN, I really didn't have one. It was like 5 in an office. And I rarely saw the same doctor twice in a row. And I had a completely different doctor perform the emergency C-section. And I wasn't able to hold her for it felt like days. It was probably a day, maybe 2 days when I actually got to see her. And then it was a few more days till I got to hold her because she was a preemie. She was born at 34 weeks. Then my second OBGYN, he was super nice. He took really good care of me. The way he doctored was just, come here mama, was just kind of robotic. Like my my appointments. He just came in, asked if I was okay, measured me. You know, we found out that I had gestational diabetes. He he referred me to a specialist. He delivered me. Well, didn't deliver me, but we scheduled a C-section, and that was another thing. My husband knew that I wanted to try for a natural birth, but I was just scared to ask my OBGYN because probably like at 20 some weeks, he goes, "Oh, go to the hospital so you can do all your paperwork, and then we can talk about when we're gonna schedule your C-section." And I was like, "Oh, okay." You know, that's another thing that women have become afraid of their OBGYNs. You know, I know a lot of them love their OBs, and I did too. I just, was afraid of them. Come here, Mama. Um, bless you. So after I had my scheduled C-section, it went great. The experience was 10 times better than my first C-section, which was an emergency. But we got there super early. The staff was really nice. My OB was there. You know, he told me everything that was gonna happen. They prepped me. They laid me on the gurney and rolled me out. And okay. And I was terrified, really. I was shaking. Okay, leave it there. I was shaking. I was super scared. I knew everything was gonna be okay, and I had an epidural and I couldn't feel anything. My husband was there, but it was just, the way it was happening. I guess it just isn't natural, and it didn't feel natural. And now I wanted to hold.
My dad go.
Yeah, Daddy went to school. I wanted to hold my little baby girl, and I just remember them tugging and pulling, and my husband trying to calm me down, but I was still just there crying and shaking and super scared. Alright, Mama, I'll get you something right now. And then I heard her cry, and that's the last thing that I remember. I don't remember anything else. And it felt like I didn't wake up for days, and I didn't hold her for days. But really, I think I held her later that night. I had her way early in the morning. And my husband knows that I want to be able to hold this baby. And I want to deliver her as naturally as possible. I mean, I remember when I was little and I saw my aunts having babies and stuff. What, Mama? Yeah, he's licking my feet. I would tell myself, oh, when I have a baby, I know it's gonna hurt super bad, but I can do it. And I just knew I didn't want that. Yet, however many years later, there I am being torn open. So, alright, I'm already at 11 minutes, so I have an appointment with my OB on Wednesday for a follow-up. I hope to, and it'll only be the second time I see him. The other 2 times that I've gone, I went for a lab, and I got to know the lab lady very good. And the other time I went for, what did I go for? Oh, the sonogram. The sonogrammist or the sonographer was really nice. But I really don't know my OB-GYN yet. I mean, I know it's really early. I'm only, going on 8 weeks. But, I would really like to have gotten to know my my OB a little more by now, you know. So I'm gonna make an appointment to go to Duke. I'm gonna make an appointment to go to this center early in the week. Make an appointment to go to this center early in the week, Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday. Check it out, you know, ask some questions, see what kind of vibe I get from them, and take it from there. They do take my insurance. I already checked, so we're good with that. It's just you know, a matter of if they'll take me, because I might be high risk, and I don't know if they'll take me. I mean, in the area that they're at, there is a hospital like right down the street, so I mean, I'm pretty safe there. And then I'm gonna go to my appointment on maybe my appointment's Tuesday. I don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. And my husband's gonna go with me so he can meet the doctor and kind of weigh in on what he thinks. And then I'm gonna ask my OB about the VBAC. See what he says. I've already read up, like, there's literally no reason why he should say no, other than, you know, if anything else comes up, if I get high blood pressure or whatever, he might say I'm high risk, so they should be able to say yes, and I should be able to do it with no problem. So wish me luck. Go check out that movie, The Business of Being Born. Maybe we can do something about all of these OBs and kick them in their butts or something. I've heard tons of horror stories, and I know that it can be a lot much better. Alright guys, so I'll talk to y'all later, and have a great week. Happy Friday the 13th. Bye.